teed him up and ripped him. And they called a foul on him. And he, walking back on the other end, he joined at the man. Dude ain't even pay his no attention.
When niggas be reminiscing, does that make them seem lame or they just pointing out their accomplishments? For instance, Dame told Paul George, because of what Paul George and Pat Bev had did him last night. He was like, well, he already know what it feel like for me to send them home. I did that to them last year. Stop switching teams, your bum, basically.
Yeah.
It's just like, nigga, don't forget what I did. It ain't like he went back to high school. Like, I hate that nigga.
It was just last year I smoked you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just did that.
But you're saying that because you just missed 2 game-winning free throws that could have sent you to the playoffs.
I think to me it was to justify how they reacted to him.
Yeah.
Like he just was saying shit because they was asking him about it, and he was just like, "Shit, man! Remember, I just did them like that, so I get why they did it.
Yeah,
I had just did them like that.
It's Paul George a bum? Keep going from team to team, like Dame said.
People won't say it, but
I mean,
he's not a bum. He just he really just a top second tier player. He ain't on that build a franchise around. He kind of always gonna be Robin. Yeah, he not Batman. Dame Batman. Yeah.
And nigga was Batman looking. He was Batman looking before he got hurt.
Yeah, he was. In Indiana, he was damn sure Batman.
Him and
but I mean, if he was that same player, he would never leave in Indiana.
Danny Granger.
What happened to him?
Bad knees, bad leg injuries.
Yeah,
injuries.
Man, this shit's so crazy how nigga just be live and then just disappear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it's always a nigga just laying in wait.
I finally watched that.
What happened to that nigga from Memphis with that long, stupid ass name? He had like 3-4 names. I can't think. Gilchrist.
Gilchrist. He was a bum. Michael Jordan was terrible for making that pick.
In Charlotte, he stayed there for a while, but
and he stuck it the whole time.
Well,
they got some
Michael Jordan known for fucking up a pick.
What you said you follow watching?
Fucking Brown.
Marbury. That Marbury shit. That nigga. That shit. That was a dope ass story. It was a dope ass story from him coming from being a calm ass kid to being a calm adult to going crazy as an adult because he was drove to that point, becoming another calm adult going to China. So that shit was super dope. And I didn't realize he was over there for 8 years.
That's what I said. Like the nigga just stopped about 2-3 years ago.
Right, 2018.
When Kobe retired, that year Kobe retired, he retired.
Mm-hmm. My boy niggas was like, damn, he still been playing? But yeah, he was over there getting that bag.
He was over there getting that bag.
Now
they still give him that bag to stay over there.
Like an ambassador or some shit.
Yeah, he's some kind of shit over there. But here we go. You're tuning in to the Dummies Podcast. I'm Stock.
I'm Joe.
I'm Todd.
I'm Hootie, nigga.
And we back like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. It's episode 94. It's Sunday, August the 9th, man. We back in this thing, man. And as always, shouts out to all our people on the front lines, man, who battling the pandemic. That's all our nurses, doctors, people of that sort that are, still handling the pandemic. We still are in the pandemic. We hoping that everybody wearing their mask, being safe, practicing social distance best you can. I know, it's getting hard, man, to be in the house, man, but unfortunately, this is the times that we in. We see school back open, and I got plenty of stories to talk about with what's going on with that, man.
Dumbass.
And now we here.
The kids, though, I don't blame them.
Where we at with it, who?
Man, week was hit my tide. It was a quick, fast, boring weekend. Really did shit, but got out a little bit yesterday when rode around and shit, and it just looked like it's normal. It's no more. It's no pandemic outside right now, nigga. Yeah. All the streets, the south side was jumping, the park was jumping, everything was jumping, bars was jumping.
I still say where I've been going lately. I still see people with masks. Like when I go in these stores, I'm seeing way more people with masks than before though.
You been anywhere downtown Birmingham around that area?
No, I'm not there. I don't frequent those areas.
There's very few masks around that part of the city.
I bet that's where the youngsters at.
It'd be the older people. It'd be older people too. Like,
well, because the places they're at, you can't really wear a mask.
Like outside, you drinking and you eating. How you gonna wear a mask?
I don't believe.
I have my mask on no matter what. If I'm just out walking in the park, my mask on, so I just keep that shit on. Because I noticed what I did. We went to Zeke's yesterday, goddamn. And you see the doctors and the nurses walking around with their masks on outside. So like, I'm not taking my shit off outside if they not.
You remember when you was a little kid, you used to go somewhere with your grandmama or your mama or somebody, and they make you do some shit that's just really embarrassing to you, but you can't not do it because they make you. Yeah. Man, we was leaving Costco yesterday, and this lady got out the car. She had on big face shield. And it was a little 7-year-old little kid standing over there, man. That nigga had on big face. He looked so angry that he had that bitch on. He was over there just looking to see, man, I hope don't nobody see me or some shit. But that nigga had big face shield, a plastic face shield.
Too big for his head.
Well, my boy was so angry for it. It made me go back. I couldn't stop laughing because it made me go back to the time that you go somewhere with one of them older folks and they make you do some shit that you know ain't cool.
Tuck your shirt in. Tuck my shirt in.
That
be that day.
Tuck my shirt
elementary school, you ain't get the right shoes you wanted, but your mama made you wear them hoes that you didn't get.
Oh, you gonna wear them shoes,
You gonna wear them hoes.
You got you tucking your shirt in at the park and shit.
And then like clockwork, you always gonna see that classmate you want to see.
He tear your ass up.
It's first day of school, but on God, that nigga had on that face shit.
On God, they had some nigga outside there insomnia last night going crazy with that on God. He had me saying on God all last night. On God. He was tripping. On God. On God, I ain't tucking my shirt in, grandma.
One time I remember we was going to get my my school shoes. And I had got in trouble or did something stupid. And she said, well, stay your ass at home or something like that. You know, I was going to go get some Timberlands, Eastland, something like that. Man, she came. I think this shit was on purpose to this day. I think she came. She brought me some shit back that said Colorado or something on it.
Did you win?
Nigga, I had to.
With all about shoes, the nigga probably had.
Dummy.
Nigga, I ran. Hey, that probably the most fit I was. I used to run in them bitches every day. Rocks. You trying to take little stitches out. Anything to fuck them hoes up.
Real hiking, bro.
Like, mom, I can't be wearing these cheap shoes. They don't last.
Them whole heavy
it was good for fucking you up. But I can see how that happened because, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a shoe guru. Man, I found some live ass Nike Air Max 1s, but they was girl version. I'm like, Jordan, these so live. Like, I wanted them. She was like, they're kind of ugly.
Yeah, no cooler no more.
Are you getting out? But I was like, I guess that's what happened, goddamn. I don't know what the fuck she wanted. And then she ended up getting the ugliest shoes there was, goddamn. I was like, goddamn.
When do kids like those?
They'll wear them big ass felines.
Like, has Jordan ever asked for Jordans? I know that sound like I'm being funny, but
I mean, she asking for them at Air Max now.
Yeah,
they getting it. They better get it now.
Catch it.
But I forgot. Courtney started asking for Jordan. She need to quit shit because that's turning into my bill.
Better go ahead. Support them.
Yeah. Like, damn. 3 of these coming out. Shit.
What you say? Yeah. What you say? Who? She better get some Vans. Goddamn.
Yeah. Like these Vans.
Had to get them too. Shit. Yeah. Why don't you like them?
I give you some Vans.
Hey, I give you some $40 Vans. Them ones.
Reebok got these 289s.
Right.
But the week was alright, man.
Mine for sale, Joe.
How was your week, Tom? My shit was shit. It wasn't shit. I ain't
it wasn't shit. Shit, man. Another week. What the fuck we gonna say about it? I found out I had to go into the office once a week now. The last person that was in the building has now moved remotely to start working from home. So we got to kind of share that load that she was doing in the building to go in there and do that. So it ain't bad. 4 hours a day, once a week. Yeah.
I think I might be up for going like 1 day a week, maybe.
Man.
But they got to be super separated.
Oh, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, she was the only person in there. Everybody else working from home. She was the
I'm going to be so sad when it's time to go back into our office.
I'm telling you.
I didn't create some bad habits.
Yes,
I hadn't had on a dress shirt since March, since the last day we was at work.
Yesterday was the first day that I put on tennis shoes since Can't Get Right Party.
My nigga,
I've been wearing number slides.
Men's Warehouse, and I think Joseph A. Banks going out of business.
And them sales they got, but they giving away clothes.
But I was like, shit, I don't know what size I'm gonna be.
and by the time I do get back out, all the clothes I do have gonna be new again. So
man, I done lost weight, gain weight.
Very true.
I've been doing everything on this pandemic.
Y'all ain't seen this outfit in 8 months.
Right. brand new, nigga.
How your week was?
I mean, you a granddaddy, man.
Oh yeah, I was about to get into that.
Oh, I thought you was done. I thought you was past
No.
Yeah, because you had stopped talking.
That,
so
congratulations,
y'all go, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man.
Congrats, Pappy.
You know what I'm saying?
Grandpappy.
Mm-hmm.
Mark said congrats too, little cousin. He said congrats too.
Appreciate it. I came up with my granddaddy name, Papa Jake. That's what I'm gonna roll with.
You can't come up with your granddad name
because ain't nobody calling me granddad.
Yeah, Papa
J. That's what I'm gonna be known.
Let the nigga call you granddad, nigga.
Look like a Papa. You got grades, nigga. You good?
Yeah, he don't want to be a granddad.
I want to be, but I like the name Papa J better than granddad.
Get the title with it, granddad.
It's like a nickname. You can't nickname yourself, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta keep you some pocket money.
Do you call your grandma? Well, I can't say that. Hootie probably does say my grandma and granddad. I don't never.
Grandma.
I call my grandparents by their first name when they were here. God rest their soul.
I can't ever remember.
I just call my grandmama mama and call my mama by her first name.
My mama would slap.
Like I don't even call my mama until
I do it now. I call her mama now because people look weird. But if
I never say mama.
If I be like Charlotte, she gonna be like, what?
Yeah.
Like it ain't. Yeah, somebody
I call her up, be like, hey, Greta. I don't never say hey, ma.
Yeah, it's not no disrespect thing as long as she know what it is.
Yeah.
Then other people, old ass people, be like, you let him? I'm like, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. Long as she ain't got no problem with it.
Is that no disrespect thing too? That's disrespect right there.
What you mean?
Remember, you was like, when I call my mama her name, it's no disrespect. But when the old lady says something, you like, shut the fuck up, old lady.
Shut the fuck up, old lady. You don't know what's going on, mate. My mama got this under control. Fuck wrong with you.
Respectful, man.
But yeah, man, I'm happy with my son and mother's living in, and we gonna move like that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, summer months gonna be cool when she get older. You know what I'm saying? That give Taylor somebody to play with for the summer months.
That's a hell of a time to have a birthday too in the summer.
Yeah, so
I ain't never like that because you ain't get to celebrate with your friends in school. So I was good with March.
I ain't care about the niggas in school. Niggas that I hung with them all the time. So you know what I'm saying? They gonna be around my birthday regardless.
That's true.
Yeah. But what about your week, though, Joe?
I had that week. Speaking of my mom, they came up here for a few days. It was still a little weird because my mom worked at the hospital, so she didn't want to be too much around people like that. Right. So they got a room, and that was cool. They celebrate their anniversary. Maybe 30, 31, 32 years in, something like that. Something crazy.
Goals for y'all Instagram girls. Goals.
Right.
Not WAP.
Right. And my mama cooks.
That's how she got the ring, huh?
So shut the fuck up. They got them fix a hamburger helper. This shit ain't hard. Stupid ass people. But besides that was a little breakup. So I got to kick it with them. We went out to eat, did a little stuff like that. It was just still weird because we kind of like meeting each other places and not just being at the house. But besides that, regular week for the most part. What about you, sir?
I'm a hoot, man. I really didn't have much to go off of. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it was a quick ass week. Didn't do much. And here we are, goddammit. Shit, that's all I got for you. I'm turning in the towel my weeks, ain't it?
I tell you, man. Them shit's running together now.
Hey, fool, it's sad, especially since we got to cancel the DC trip. Because I like, damn, nigga, that shit 2 months away. How that shit
we ain't canceled. We still going. I'm bullshit.
You couldn't even fake that one.
That nigga ain't gonna be at Railroad Park just sitting there like, wow.
Right. I'm gonna build a 10 out there. You gotta put a 10 out there. I'm good.
Nah, but I did notice this. This week we saw the battle between Rick Ross and 2 Chainz. They finally had their verses where they squared off, man. And I know we had talked about it prior to, but now that we got to watch it, I just wanted to get y'all opinion, y'all thoughts on it, about the battle that y'all saw between Rick Ross and 2 Chainz.
Them niggas some entertainers, I can tell you that. top tier entertainer. I'm telling you, that nigga 2 Chainz bought the club. That nigga Ross was getting a massage and that bit. I'm telling you, them niggas was doing everything.
What was the better? At this age now, what's the better prop? A stripper or a masseuse?
Masseuse.
I need that masseuse. I need that masseuse.
The best of both worlds, a fine masseuse.
A stripping masseuse.
She massage you and then strip after that bitch, huh?
Right. Yeah.
Some hot coals all year and then do a little dance.
I thought it was to me, like, it's just something. Again, I'm biased. I'm sure I am, but to me, it's just something about Southern music. To me, it just hit way harder. Them Southern music mastered the art of having lyrics, but with live ass beats with it. You know what I'm saying? So it bring it up. You know, because sometimes when you listen to East Coast music, them niggas can spit, no doubt. Them boys got major spit. But they used to be the beats used to just
that boom bam.
So for us, we call it nap time music. You know what I'm saying? Because it's dope, but it's just a little vibe to it. It ain't got no. But like when you put on Ross and even with 2 Chainz, man, them niggas be saying some shit and then the beat be having you can't help but to go crazy.
Man, I feel like 2 Chainz ultimately won in this battle. No, because it wasn't fair. I'm saying he won because
just as a whole, gotcha.
Yeah, it put him on more eyes on him. I'm pretty sure his streaming numbers probably went up, and people
already knew what Ross could do.
Yeah, people got to see, like, oh no, yeah, Ross probably won this round, but damn, that was a hit too, and I forgot about that shit. Or that might be their first time hearing it. So I think he won like that. Like I don't think Ross gained any new fans because of this, but I think 2 Chainz probably have.
I think it was a pretty dope ass battle to me. I just think that unfortunately Chainz was outmatched, man. Ross a different kind of animal, man. He got different kind of beats, different kind of songs, different kind of lyrics, different kind of wordplay. Just a different kind of animal, man. And
it'll be tough for anybody to put Ross out. Like,
but I don't say he ready for another. He say he ready for another.
He said he got a whole nother 20.
I could believe it.
But I don't
think about it. Ty didn't play majority of the 20 he played.
Right. I didn't play none of them songs.
And that's why you lost.
I was gonna lose going against Jeezy, and you can't play that.
I think Ty might have a point though. I do think that
you can't.
You could have played better songs. I do think you could have played better songs, but I don't think you would have won in that atmosphere.
I agree too. In a 20 song battle, Ross gets Jeezy.
No,
I think so too for the masses.
You keep saying if y'all agreeing that he couldn't beat him in the 10, he couldn't beat him in the 20 because I put the shit together and I still had I had at least another 6 more solid ass songs that I could.
I ain't saying he. I'm talking about.
No. I'm talking about Can't Get Right. Can't Get Right said that in a 20 battle, he would have won. So if you saying that you can't beat Jeezy in 10, you're not finna beat it because I'm going to get at least 5-6 more rounds after that. It was still some more Jeezy shit that I had that was going to be the exact same style as what I won with when I had Jeezy.
If I took the approach Ross took, then it probably
I'm saying, I'm not saying Todd being Ross. I'm talking about if you put Ross, Jeezy in the room, 20 songs, Ross is beating him.
I don't think so.
Too. I think so.
You think Jeezy beats Ross in a 20
y'all confusing me. If again, in 10 songs, listen what I'm saying. Y'all said that you can't beat Jeezy in 10 songs, right?
No.
Right?
Yes, I'm being when I'm talking.
No. Listen, I'm trying to get my point. Y'all said that Ross couldn't beat Jeezy in the 10 songs in our battle.
I didn't say. I never said that. I never said
in our battle.
Okay, and you just, but who do you did just say?
Well, you
agree
see,
with
like you were so busy trying to make your point. What I was trying to say and explain.
Because I was talking about my point when you start asking the question.
I get that, but that ain't what I was referring to. Because I say I still think that Todd would have lost in the room we were in. But if he played for the grand masses of the world, I think that Ross can win.
I'm not talking about the,
and that's why I try.
That's what we're talking about. Stop.
But I'm talking about us. I'm asking y'all opinion. I don't care about the rest of the world.
But we're talking about verses that everybody sees.
I understand. Can't get right.
I answered that. I said in that room.
I'm talking about us.
With us in that room, Todd still loses, and that's what I said.
Okay, well, I'm fine with that. But I think that even in a versus, for me, I don't give a fuck about the masses because the masses be having opinions on. Okay, the masses said 2 Chainz won the other night. A lot of people said that in the masses.
I don't think
2 Chainz won. Right. Okay. So that's why I want to know y'all opinion. But what I was saying was
my opinion is that
I had 10 songs that Jeezy had. Thank you, There's 2. But I had 10 songs, and I still had another 5 or 6 that I feel like I really could have won. So even with Ross, I think in 20, I think Jeezy can still get him.
No.
You put them two in a room, I think Ross just a different kind of. He's a different kind of performer. He brings a different aura in the room, and to me, I just think he wins that.
And I also
be honest,
a different performer. I ain't never seen him get a massage in that bitch.
To be honest, in a room together, nobody's really beating Ross except Drake. I don't know if Wayne could really do it. I don't think Jay-Z could do it. And Drake is because you take away a lot of his catalog.
Yeah. I will say Ross, I mean, I agree. Y'all know how I feel about Ross. You know what I'm saying? He got too much. And that's what I was trying to tell Todd when we was battling. I would have got more in you can't. Ross' best bag is when he making the vibe music.
When he reckon
You know what I'm saying? Now, he got club record. He got every kind of record. He got some high-end club records. But if you can't go club record for record with Jeezy.
Right.
And again, he had about 5 or 6 more songs that Jeezy could have straight went to the club with. And I don't know what would have happened with that.
But in that room, though, in our setting, when we had our shit, Hootie, you being the judge, you're going to go with whatever. Like if I'm playing Santorini, Greece versus All That, you're going to pick All That. It doesn't.
I'm not, and that's what I was just not trying. That's what I was just trying to say. When I say it in a room, I meant the fans and everybody else. But you know me mostly.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to pick Ross over there. That I'm not a star in all that and things like that. I'm gonna pick a Ross.
So then that kind of.
But I know the room we're in.
Right, that kind of confuses me. If you're the judge and then you're saying the room we're in, it doesn't matter what room we're in. If you're the judge, I think, right?
I can separate the two, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just saying, like for those people, in the majority of them, they would have picked that. But me personally, I could have picked the easy to pick the Ross song, and that's why. And I was texting Stock. I was like, "Is another one Todd ain't play? Another one Todd ain't play? Another one Todd ain't play?"
But again, I didn't play. If you, go and look at my playlist. It's the playlist is on Apple Music. All of the songs that you're saying that I didn't play on the playlist. I made the mistake of matching that club.
So then that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm talking about. That's what you didn't play.
But that's what was on your list.
Now, I will say this. I will say from the battle with 2 Chainz and Ross, Ross played one of them vibe musics after 2 Chainz had played an up-tempo record. The only problem was 2 Chainz up-tempo record was just, it was okay. And so Ross vibe music won. That wasn't going to be just a okay Jeezy record. And that's going to be like, it's hard to kind of put that vibe behind some up-tempo shit.
Do you think that 2 Chainz messed up when he said his words verbatim, I was playing hit after hit after hit? And you think that people just want to hear the hit, or do they want to hear the dope-ass songs, even though it's not the hit?
I think 2 Chainz did what he supposed to. Like, to me, I like his approach. His approach was, nigga, I don't care about no battle. I'm gonna just come here to play music.
20 songs and I'm playing them.
I ain't got no counter. He just coming to play.
Well, I'm not speaking for him
that.
To win a battle, though. Do you think that's a good formula to use? To come in and play it all. To come in and play all the hits.
To win a battle, you gotta, I don't know.
You gotta come with, especially if it's a national battle, you gotta come with the songs people know.
But more than anything, I don't think they even doing it to see who won or who wins. You know what I'm saying? The artists themselves, they just.
I don't agree with that.
Well, it
started.
I don't agree with that. Ross had it on his mind. I don't care what you say.
And Ross at some point was like, all right.
Ross had it on his mind.
All right, I'm about to stop playing with you or something.
And like Stock was like, why they doing this man like this? Because they never would let 2 Chainz go first. That's because Ross had it on his mind.
Yeah, and that was trash. He would never let my man go first. That's why he kept saying, he was like, damn, y'all going, and then Ross will play the song again. He was like, man, I thought we switched up. Ross will play the song again. I was like, damn, he won't let my man go.
That showed me it was a battle for him.
But it's called verses, so it's you know it's verses and it's verses
though. So yeah, that was fucked up. Like you get your 10 to go first. Hey, going first does kind of set the round.
Y'all peep when my man was running out of songs?
Who, Chain?
Yeah, my man was stalling. Yeah, cause see, man, I just want to.
And that right,
you running out of ammo.
That right there, Dez is why he didn't run. Why he didn't win, because he was running out the ammo at the end. But Ross had another 20 clip if you ready for it.
There's some stuff Ross didn't play.
I believe it.
Everything on Ty list.
Shout out to man. Who was it? Cardi B and Meg The Stallion with WAP.
They
dropped. They blessed us. What it was? Friday, Saturday. What was it?
Friday.
Yeah, Friday with WAP video and song. This is the first time we heard from Cardi B in a minute, music wise. They dropped it with the video. I forgot who stuck it in the group, but What y'all
DJ?
Somebody, yeah, it had to be DJ. That's some shit DJ did first. But they stuck it in the group, man. What was y'all thoughts on the song and video from Cardi and Meg?
Like all of it, both of them, everything.
The visuals,
the verses,
the visuals.
What about the verses? Who had the best verse to you?
I liked the Cardi verse the best.
I did too. Like Meg just sounded like she came on at a harder tempo.
Like she too aggressive. Like,
yeah, like chill.
She
had this conversation.
And then I think she got big hands. She might be a little too rough.
We had this conversation. Do you like the aggressive girl or the more laid back chick? And she just came off as the aggressive girl.
Yeah, it seemed like she'll wrinkle your shirt. Come here, nigga. No, nigga.
Lay down. Fuck wrong with you? Relax. Let me take
I don't really like fast rapping anyway. I don't like that was what I was. It
didn't match the tempo that Cardi said either to me.
Yeah,
I mean that shit wasn't sexy. Being like rapping like Nas or somebody, which ain't sexy.
I mean, just listening to it, Cardi sounded like the big dog. In it, you know what I mean? So I ain't had no problem with Meg verse though. It was dope little verse. But it just, I just think Cardi goddamn she owned that bitch the whole time and controlled it the whole way for me. Video was extra.
She looked like she will control it.
So I ain't Megan had the first verse or Cardi, so I got to go and finish watching.
I went back. I listened to a little bit of
how you managed to turn that off.
That was must-see TV.
I got sidetracked or some shit like working or some shit.
I did it too because I heard the song first, so I cut it off.
How'd you do that?
That's what I got first. And then
I haven't heard the song yet.
When that shit came, it came in a proper package. I got a 2-for-1. I got the video and the song. Goddamn.
Yeah,
I haven't heard the song yet.
I ain't heard the song yet. What it say?
No closed caption or nothing. At least put it on closed caption and read the lyrics.
What the video say? Wet ass pushy or something?
Wet and gushy.
Hey, that's the only version I've heard.
You gotta listen to it. You gotta listen to it because I got a question about that. Do you think that this is more vulgar than Easy and all of them boys? Because they was going through all of that stuff trying to get banned for their music.
I don't have no problem.
People stepping out.
That shit's stupid.
It's not more vulgar. I'm glad you said that. The men
women
had a problem.
They got women saying they setting women back.
Hang on. The men that had a problem with this, I question your sexual orientation. No matter what it is, I just question it. If you say you're straight,
you wrong. It's either way you gonna question.
Women. It was a lot of bitter women that had a problem with this, or just super woke and it ain't for you.
I mean, if you don't like
girls
it,
have fun. Like this, the epitome of women being free and doing what you want to do. If you want to go out there, have lots of sex, because you always say, because them same people be like, oh no, if a woman wants to dress sexy, you shouldn't touch her. You're right, you shouldn't. And if a girl want to rap about having sex, that is married, it should be their right. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
no, shut the fuck up.
Women
I feel like supposedly straight men.
I feel like if you don't like it, you don't like it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Just don't listen to it. But let them women express themselves how they want to express them. I like it. I think it was a dope video. The visual extra dope. I applaud the expression. Good job.
It again. And that was some strong women. Let me tell you.
But can you win? Okay, so can they win either way? Because some women was championing it, and they was getting bashed for championing it.
I think that's what anything though. Like even men, women, anything successful or get a limelight. Some people gonna like it, some people gonna hate it. That's why I say you can't never please everybody. Fuck that. Right. Do what you want to do, make what you want to make, and live with it.
Last question. Do they all have WAP? Some of y'all got DAP. Dry ass pussy.
Some of
y'all got DAP. Y'all got that DAP. Chill out. Stop.
Hey man, TJ Numbers on Facebook. He did a percentage, and that was
what he said. What his percentage was?
What his percentage was?
Man, it was like 20% trash, 50% okay, and then like 30% WAP.
Oh yeah, that top of the chart is very rare, man. It's
that ain't just everybody.
DAP, DAP, DAP.
Well, the majority of colleges act like you in the 50%. What he said, them about accurate. You about in that middle of the road, and it's not bad to be there. That's a great place to be.
Yeah, that's a great place.
Yeah, that's a great place.
You're in the majority.
Yeah, that's a great place to be. But that top tier hard to find.
Yeah. You never turn it down that 50.
Top tier just hard to find. Let's just face it. I'll say it. Fuck it.
Majority DAP.
It's tears. We got tears in rap. We got tears in basketball players.
I'm gonna tell you what's rare though. The real bap of the bap. That shit so rare. You get disgusted when that shit like. Oh,
you think it's you?
Hold up, now. Hey, you think it's you till you ask your homeboy guy? Yeah. He tell you the same thing.
I had the same problem. Then it blew your back out. You tried new moves and everything. Ain't shit working.
I touched and agreed on the Baptist. I know both of us can't be Baptist. I know both of us didn't experience
we at least had to have one of us had to have a good night.
Then you fuck around and then find out it's a third person. Like,
but the killer is no. The killer, but the killer is they have no clue about it. How do you not know?
Because a man is never gonna tell them that.
They on there right now on Facebook tweeting the verse. No, not you.
Not you.
Sit doing that.
Edit that. Right? Go ahead, edit that.
Dummy.
Oh, y'all bums. Oh man, come on, Stock. Go ahead. What else you got on your list?
No, but all in all, it was a dope song, man. Shouts out to them, especially for Cardi, man. She had been quiet for a while. I know she was working through some things, so to see her come back with a big hit, you know this shit finna go crazy. So shouts out to her, man. Welcome back to it.
Dope ass vinyl cover too.
Man, with that tongue. Whew.
Nah, it was the back shot. They were both on from the back shots. Y'all saw the one with the back
I ain't talking about that one.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Talking about that curl in the tongue. That shit was down here to it.
Touching the Adams apple.
I guess since we in music, might as well stay here. Did y'all see that Jay-Z and Roc Nation established a school of music, sports, and entertainment?
Oh man, I saw that thing with that one, man.
I wonder if I still got some eligibility.
That's right, did that thing with that.
Do I still got eligibility left? Shit, man. Let's go, man. I go study anything.
Who said that, Todd?
That's right.
Man, y'all missed it. That shit was extra funny if you know what he's talking about.
Shout out to Desiree. You the real.
Shout out to Desiree. She did that, boy. But they basically launching at Long Island University in Brooklyn, some shit like that. They teamed up to establish like basically a school that's gonna teach people about the music, sports, and entertainment world. That's gonna have classes and everything devoted to those type of careers and things. And I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all people want. Pioneers who are at the top of the top, you know what I'm saying, to teach back to other kids. You know, we got a lot of people that we know in our communities and our areas that really love music, sports, and entertainment. And we see year in and year out where people getting these bad deals and these faulty deals. They don't know how to read contracts and everything. So this is a good way to, I think to expose kids early to those things. So once they jump into that arena, they'll be able to, handle themselves better and don't get in them fucked up ass deals. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, I did. They got one like that on the West Coast. I think Nip, before he passed, rest up Nip, he put together something like, a little institution where like neighborhood kids could, go in, study the art of music and record their music and stuff like that. So that's super dope, man.
I thought Nip shit was more about like STEM, if I wasn't mistaken. He might have two, but I thought he did something with, kids from that area could go in and learn about your science, math.
He did. His was STEM too, but I think it did have an element because I know I saw him in the studio one time talking about letting the kids come in and learn how to record and mix and master and stuff too.
Yep. Right. I know Drake did that shit too. He had a whole little. I want to say it was with USC because then they came up in the little USC shit that was going on, but that still was pretty dope what they had going on with that. But ultimately, this is super dope, man. Start them early, start them young, man. Get them into the music business, man. Right. And that's kind of like the regular school system, man. And we need to find a way to teach kids about taxes and credit and things of that nature, just like the music business needs to teach these kids about music.
Yeah. Never learned about credit.
The business part of it. It ain't even the music, just the business part.
Only thing you learn about taxes in school is that you had to pay a tax.
You got to pay.
People put a tax on something.
I fucked around by mistake. I fucked around and by mistake at LaFleur got into a business class, man. And man, at first I was gonna be like, what the fuck is these people talking about? But it actually, when you look back at it, there was a hard class, one of them classes you wanted to get the fuck out of and didn't really want to be in there. But when you look back at the things that they was exposing you to in that class, that's the type of class that need to be more exposed or more marketed, because they did start teaching us about credits and debits and business credit, business debt, taxes, how to write off your taxes and stuff like that. And I think it was a class that like was before its time.
I think
it was called Math and Society at Murphy.
That's what I was gonna say. The most important class I took was an elective. I took it my senior year. It was an elective. Math and Society. And they taught back then they taught you how to write a check.
Balance a checkbook.
Balance a checkbook. Because at the time, it seems stupid now, but at the time, that's something you need to,
I think that shit was good. I remember my godbrother, one time I went to the bank. I'm in high school. I went to the bank with my godbrother. Man, at this time, this nigga probably in his 40s. And he's like, man, hey, I'm gonna write you a check. You know how to write it? You know what I'm saying? He didn't really know. He didn't know how to write a check, and I understand it. It's a lot of people who don't know how to write.
I learned till college. Until I had the right one.
So it's one of them things that you kind of got to learn. Like, and sometimes,
and when you think about it, we had weird shit like economics, but it didn't teach. It felt like they beat around a bush and shit.
Yeah.
They just gave you the basics.
They gave you the basics.
They gave you the basics.
This is what
they taught you, like business economics more than like personal. It should be. It should be a class called personal economics.
I just try to teach my kids learn about the money. Learn about the money. If you learn about the money, you're gonna learn about things that go with the money and make it easy for you to make money.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to look at it. I meant to say this when we were still on it, but we was talking about 2 Chainz, and I hope it didn't sound like me or anybody here on this platform was down in 2 Chainz, because 2 Chainz is
I love the strippers.
Southern artists. We respect them. We love 2 Chainz music. We've been rocking 2 Chainz music.
We went through the whole journey with you. We want another album
with Titty Boy. You know what I'm saying? So, but I did want to say shouts out to him, because I don't know if y'all saw him and Wayne talking about putting out Collard Grove 2.
That's dope.
Don't want it.
So you don't want it?
I like Collard Grove 1. I like
Come on, y'all. Let's keep it a buck.
I did.
I don't compare it to the best music ever, but it's better than a whole lot of music out there.
Of course. And I damn sure gonna listen to it. But
I think you take it for you want it to be the best ever.
Yeah, because I thought, like, at that time, that was 2 of my favorite artists.
Okay, it's fine sometimes.
We just said okay, it's not bad. And
that was in that 50%. It was in that 50%. That album was the 50%.
Okay, I'll take that.
You would go back to it.
Nah, a man want classics every time he put his mouth. Every time he rap.
Wayne and 2 Chainz. That's supposed to be yeah.
I don't even. It's hard to say, but I don't even expect that from Wayne anymore. What I used to expect, so to say.
But back then, Wayne was. Well,
I used to expect groundbreaking. Now I just expect something I could listen to and jam to and vibe to. I
damn sure don't want to hear Wayne now.
I do.
2 Chainz might outshine Wayne on that album.
That's
Wayne. 2 Chainz last album, Pretty Girls Love Dope Boys, was better than Wayne's last album.
Trap Me, Dummy. Pretty Girls Love. That nigga created the album. Pretty Girls Love Dope Boys.
Fine. Shit.
That ain't uncommon though, is it?
Hell no. That's the title, Des. Pretty Girls Love Dope Boys.
I used to hate them niggas coming together.
Don't you hate them? Yeah, like, God damn it.
Like, picking her up in the Camaro again? Right. I got to get a Camaro. That's probably why I got a Camaro.
That go that nigga in there round by the Caprice on them.
Right.
Picking the girl up again.
Nigga had the station wagon Caprice. And the baddest thing in the school. God,
my first car was because of the Dope Boys, though. I was like, I'm going to get me a Camaro. That bitch was raggedy. That bitch was totaled. I ain't give a fuck. That bitch was a stick shift. I ain't even know how to drive a stick shift. I bought that bitch.
That nigga
like, I did get a Caprice. The first car I bought, it was a Caprice, and I won a shotgun because Jesus said riding Mossberg Pump.
That Dope Boy Crown Vic.
Yeah.
Stock had that Dope Boy Crown Vic too.
That Dope Boy Crown Vic.
Hey, let me tell you one thing about that Crown Vic on the interstate, boy, that bitch floating, boy. Like you was on
you just in there.
You just rolling.
That's how way my Caprice was.
Yeah, boy, you just floating that bitch. I love that.
And that's the only place you got good gas mileage. In the city, shit, you burning 20 a day.
Mm-hmm. that bit will be. I mean, when I first got out, I tried to pull in the parking spot. Man, about the first week, I probably hit by 3 cars. I hit them bitches bag right on out and moved to the next space.
Nigga have one dent. That bit was so hard. He didn't have a dent in sight in that bit.
Where's my nigga Cam? Man, fuck that shit. We finna party, nigga. Fuck that shit.
Nigga shit totaled also.
You know what's so crazy? I literally was driving the other day and those cones was right there. And I died laughing because I saw that shit and I thought about that whole story again.
It's hard for me not to look at them cones and not think about that shit.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that car was fucked up until that man. We was in there for about a good hour.
He had but what's so crazy? And then
he probably played a game of Madden and everything.
No, but he was just mumbling shit. I think me and Stock was like on the east side of him. Like, I think I really get caught up.
No, he said as soon as he walked in it. He walked in, sat down, and he looked around. He was like, I think I did something. And then we was like, fuck you did. And then he wouldn't say, so we moved on to life. Then like 10 minutes later, yeah, I think I did something.
Crazy.
Then he was like, nah, for real, I do.
Trying to find
what you talking about, man? He was like, I think I hear something. That's when we walked out that bit was mangled. Nigga, you think you hit something?
Nigga, you hit a lot of something.
And then he said it was a cone. Nah, boy, you ran into a motherfucking
car.
Dump truck.
An orange car. The car must have been the color of a cone, goddamn.
Yeah, man.
It was 3 a.m. Niggas said, fuck that shit. We about to party.
Right. What was going on that weekend? Why all them niggas down there?
It was classic.
Man,
it was classic.
I don't know if y'all saw this. We brought it up at the top of the pod, but we see a lot of students are returning back to school, man. And with that, we're seeing a lot of shit. We saw that some kids were suspended for just taking a picture, or they were suspended then unsuspended just for taking a picture of the hallway of high school, just basically showing how packed and congested the hallways were. It looked like regular day. We saw down in Mobile, Saraland, they had 15 kids that they tested positive. Mississippi had over 100 kids that had to go into quarantine after the first day of school because they were exposed to, somebody who had it. Georgia got over 200 and something students and faculty who have been exposed to COVID. We talked on here, was it last week or the week before last, about our kids and the idea of them going to school and stuff. I don't know if y'all saw this, but I just wanted to get y'all thoughts on it.
I think it's like the hood. When you grow up in the hood, the shit you see up in the hood, you become less sensitive to it. Like, niggas are okay with seeing the dead body in cases. Niggas okay with seeing drugs being so. I think the U.S. is at a point where we're okay, or they're okay with kids and people catching COVID. I think they want to get back to normal so fast that it's just going to have to be part of what's going on, and you're just going to be, okay, hey, you have COVID, cool. And I think that's the point that we're getting at, because we're going further and further away from quarantine. And I get it, but I'm at that point. I don't know what's the right way to go. You either go out here and you do the herd immunity thing. Does that work? If it works, it works. If that's the route we got to go, that's where we got to go. Or do you stay home and people lose money? And me and Grace was talking about this yesterday. She asked me if the club was open. What's the club downtown? The club me and
Hush.
No. The one right down the street.
Mirage.
She asked if the club was open, and I was like, yeah, it's open. And she was like, no, club shouldn't be open. I was like, I get that, but think about it. 4 or 5 months, that's your only source of income. You as a club owner, are you going to open that club?
Yeah.
I am. If I had a gym, I don't even want to be in a gym right now, but if my only job was a gym, that gym would be open.
Yeah, you put all your money in the gym, that shit gonna be
I was just going to say that. I saw some 2 guys in New Jersey. They facing jail time and fines and stuff, over $10,000 worth of fines because they opened their gym. And they said that they don't feel like that they should be penalized. Of course they brought them on to make it like, oh, is it really that serious to have a gym open? They was like, yes, it's that serious because this is our livelihood. You're on TV talking to us at your job and then telling me that I shouldn't have my job open. But they went on even further to say that he was like, you brought up, the CNN analyst brought up testing. He said, you brought up rapid testing. I just ordered 300 rapid tests. They'll be here Thursday. So I can test people. They got screening for temperature, the same shit that you let everybody else do. You got restaurants open. They don't even do none of that shit that I just said. He explained how far they platforms is. They got a machine in there that's supposed to spray something into the air, whatever it was. He called it out, the XJ952 33.
Some terrible shoes.
Such and such.
Yeah, he love that X-Lake 900.
Hey man, you know them shoes, boy. Them boy were
terrible. Boy. That nigga scolded by them shoes or something. No, scolded that nigga.
But nah, he basically said it purifies the air and makes it 100% COVID free. They got each.
Is that true? Because isn't that what the person in Arizona was talking about at the Trump rally?
Man, none of us know for certain.
And then he was saying that each person who come in get their own spray bottle of disinfectant solution. It's 100%. So he's saying you do all of that, but you're gonna say my gym needs to be closed, but they don't do none of that shit at a restaurant. So
it's unfair.
They don't do none of that shit at a school.
It's unfair. So, and Southwest just said we're not cleaning y'all seats out there for flight. Y'all gonna have to wait till the end of the night. They said that yesterday.
That's crazy, because that takes a couple of minutes.
Like you just gonna all of a sudden just say you're not gonna clean the flights?
Just get that little fogger thing that people just.
A gym has that. I'm sure you can get that Southwest. What the fuck?
But I said all that to say that that's exactly why I feel like 9 weeks. The first 9 weeks is for my child to be at home, because I don't think that. I think that this is a prime example of you got to take your best interest and do what you got to do. You can't follow the norms of what they're allowing you to do. And I think that's why they're giving you options. So if if you're fortunate enough, some schools probably not giving that option.
Shout out to the Dummies, because we do got pool. The girl don't got to go to work. She can actually do it from home.
That shit just stupid.
You know what I'm saying? So
the school system
Thank you, Todd. You know what I'm saying? I made a phone call.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. But yeah. And Taylor, she was already going to be here. So, you know what I'm saying? That just, everybody's still going to be here. Except me. I am
so glad. Fucked up. I'm so glad you don't have to teach Taylor right now, Todd.
I'm definitely glad about that.
I don't know why.
Taylor being there now. No, Dad, this how it really goes.
Right.
I'm a great
Taylor going to hit me with the fuck you want me to do.
This multiplication. I'm only on addition right now.
Fuck you want me to do. The girl know how that happened on it. We made it go. Okay, just let
make sure you get your full dinner tonight for, you know what I'm saying, for your credit.
When we were talking about them Air Max and how the nigga dropped out them Air Max, remember we was asking about the Air Max and they dropped out? Them bitches went to Europe or some shit. But, hey,
so they ain't come here?
No, they were European.
Why that shit popping up on our feed? Don't even put that on our feed. They don't even got colors like that over there.
Nike fixed this shit, man.
They don't even have high schools over there with them cups.
I'm just staying on the school subject. My little sister is in college in the dorm, and they shit was, if you test for COVID, still come stay in the dorm, but we just gonna put you with other people that tested for COVID. We just gonna put you in the same room.
Yeah, you told them.
And I was like, well, shit, come home. Fuck is wrong? I mean, not home or back here. Like, I think that shit's stupid, because if they say it's airborne, send their ass home.
So what she decided to do? She at school?
She can't come back here.
Have they been testing people? Have they been testing people and shit been coming back positive?
Well, they make you stay there for 10 days, and then you got to test positive twice. I mean, negative. I'm sorry. They test negative twice to be around other people.
The NBA ain't bullshit. They make you test positive, negative 7 times before you can get back in.
But see, the NBA got the rapid test. Rapid test is hard to come by.
Did y'all see? And I wasn't even gonna bring this up, but y'all mentioned it. DeSantis, Florida governor, basically said that restaurant workers, if they tested positive, they don't have to test. They shouldn't have to test negative to be able to return back to work after they serve their days.
That's why Florida the goddamn epicenter.
That's why I'm telling you, like,
Florida's the epicenter because of their leadership. God damn it.
And not only that,
the United States is fucked up because of our whole leadership.
Yep.
Agreed.
And that fuck nigga, dumb nigga said it is what it is.
You got the lowest in the world. That's what we got. You know what I'm saying?
Sir, we have 175,000 deaths.
No, you counted wrong.
Yeah, they ain't.
No, that nigga said
you gotta round down.
It is what it is.
Round down.
It's better than the world.
Stop counting out the deaths.
When you the president, I'm sorry, you don't need
papers
shit on a paper that look like this. That nigga was like, hold on. I'm like, my nigga, I see your paper. It's only one. It's a map of the United States. Hold on. Like
he still couldn't figure it out.
He had that bitch in some kind of a
this
blue binder or something that looked good.
I know they broke that down to the simple. Look, Donald, say this.
Why did they let him do
only?
That? Why did they let him do that?
Because he fires everybody that tells him what's stupid.
Yeah.
Man. You're going to get fired.
Did y'all see, we were talking about schools in Alabama. Did y'all see that Daphne basically had a whole cheerleading squad that took pictures. And on it was like, I love rednecks with the Confederate flag on the heart. It said, I love redneck boys. They took all these different pictures and stuff. It was a black cheerleader on the squad. She quit. Mm-hmm. She said, fuck that. She quit the squad. After that, the pictures and stuff came out, she quit the squad.
Hope she slapped two of them on the way out.
So I just want the big hug, man, because sometimes when you
that takes
it takes you know what I'm saying. She's standing up at a young age. She's standing up for what's right, and she did the right thing. She was like, "Nah, I'm not going to be a part of this." There's no amount of sorries or wrongs you can come back and say, "Nah, y'all are what y'all are," and I'm out of here. I ain't got time for that. So I wanted to give a big shout out to her. I think her name was Reagan Coleman. I think.
Shine all the light on.
If I got that wrong, I apologize.
Shout out.
That school don't need cheerleaders this year.
Right.
If that's all they got.
That was crazy.
Man,
I think lessons like that need to be learned early, because just simply taking you from a cheerleading for a football season for one season, as a kid, that's huge, but as an adult, that's very minor in the grand scheme of things. So I think they need to not have a team so they can learn some shit. Hopefully. Mm-hmm.
Then it was crazy
the only thing crazy about that is like we've seen that shit so much. Like we used to see white boys with a Confederate flag clothes on and look, you know, like I don't know about, well, the floor is probably different, it's mostly black, but Ty would tell you if we did have a out of uniform day, they was wearing that. In middle school, if you went to middle school with white kids, they had their little flags on.
Yeah.
You never.
That's true.
But they might not have been racist. Just because you like that flag,
I don't think they knew it. They didn't know at that time. But I think they know nowadays.
Now, today's climate.
Today, yes.
Yeah, like if you put that on right now, you're blatantly
admitting you're racist.
Because like I had no clue what that shit meant until I came to Alabama. Honestly.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I knew what
so as a kid, in an all black area, and I grew up in all black everything, so I ain't really come across Confederate flag and shit. Yeah. But I ain't really learned and know about that and the whole sentiment behind it. So like I hear.
Yeah. She basically said she gave a statement. She basically said she was quitting the team after the first day of practice. The incident actually happened on July the 4th, but she said she quit the team after school administration and coaches wouldn't address it. She basically said, and this is her quote, "No matter how much I love something, no matter how passionate I am about something, I love myself more and I respect myself more. And I could not be on that team," Coleman told WKRG. "No matter how much I love something, no matter how passionate I am about it, I love myself and respect myself more. And that means more to me than being involved in a team that doesn't respect me or seemingly care about me." So I think that was a super dope statement. Big shouts out to her.
Shout out to her parents, because I'm pretty sure.
Raised right.
She a strong, smart kid, stronger and smarter than I ever was at that time. So
I just hope a college step up and give her.
They will.
Who would have been out there? What about?
Yeah. Rebels. I'm about to bust these rebels' ass.
What about that?
It'd be dope if that school got rid of all them cheerleaders and let her be the only one out there, bitch.
But like, just address it, suspend them, do something. Like, don't send a signal that that's okay. Man.
That's okay, right?
Or just be silent about it.
It's like now when all of this shit going on, you supposed to know that ain't okay.
So
you know that they're doing it because they know what it means. They know what it represents. So you know they know they're doing wrong.
Let her wear.
Daphne is that type of school. They want the black athletes to come over there to make their program good, but they're school like that. So that's why it was nothing said, it was nothing did. Yeah, they want you for your athleticism. You better not have an opinion on shit. But yeah, they'll take you to win championships. So fuck Daphne.
Damn. Get him, Joe.
I said it but I'm sorry.
Stupid ass. I'm sorry, 2004.
Hey there.
And I ain't gonna do it no more.
TCU head coach Garrett Patterson apologizes for the use of a racial slur. The TCU football coach Garrett Patterson, according to school chancellor, apologized for repeating a racial slur as he told players to stop using it. Basically, what happened, one of the players basically came out and said that Coach Patterson was telling them that they need to stop using the word nigger. That's how he said it. He basically came out and said, hey, y'all need to stop using that word nigger. Don't use that. And it's like, what makes you, I don't know what goes through your head or makes you.
Right idea, wrong execution, coach.
Right, just say N-word.
Hey, man, you about the execution. Come on, man. Like, we get it. You ought to know, nigga, you can't say that word at this.
A quick 3 just came to my mind before we even said it. Like,
what that?
Hey, don't say that word. Hey, don't use the N-word. Hey, this guy. Like, come on, man.
He just wanted to.
Is it fair to tell black people not to use the N-word?
I mean, if you don't want to hurt, if you don't want nobody around you,
as a coach and as a leader figure,
it might make them uncomfortable or something. Maybe I don't know.
And he can say that. He can voice that. Like, that doesn't make me comfortable hearing you guys say that around me.
But the thing is, the black kids wasn't saying nigger.
What they were saying? What happened?
Probably nigger.
Where it stem from?
But
it's the same thing.
The same thing.
That's like he could also be like, hey, white kids, I don't want you to come up saying what's up my honky either. So, if it makes him uncomfortable hearing those racial terms, I'm perfectly okay, because it's people who said that, a white teacher who said that word in my class,
Yeah, and just even with sports, I mean, I've heard that before, and I've also coaches try to stop you from cussing. I was just watching Last Chance U because I'm behind, and they was telling for each time somebody say that, it's an automatic suspension or something like that. So like. I mean, it's not uncommon. It's just the fact that don't repeat the fucking word when you're saying it. Right. We just saw that Clemson. Clemson had a coach got in trouble for that exact same thing, and you turn around and redo it. Like, it's just stupid. Like, you just got the
crazy, bro.
What makes you feel like I'm the guy who can say it?
I can say it because I'm telling you not to say it.
I'm gonna get through to
those guys.
I'm pretty sure he probably had a few players in there in that room when he said it. Probably went nigga. I'm pretty sure Cole said nigga once he said the word nigga.
That's crazy, bro.
That's
crazy.
But
be sorry,
man. At the end of the day, white people, before you say anything about race, go over with the black person. That's all you got to do.
Or
corporations too.
Or it's simple, man. You're a coach, so you research everything. Simply research this matter. I'm sure it's happened somewhere before. And you're going to see a lot of places going to say, don't say the actual word.
Just go up. Just call your wide receiver coach, because they all black. I ain't never seen a white wide receiver coach.
Yeah, actually, can they stop saying the N-word to each other, please, coach? Let somebody else address it.
Right.
Let's just get to the delegate.
You just leave it all alone.
You the head man. You should be.
You the head man. Delegate. There you go. All you gotta do is listen to the
Go ahead, tell them linebackers stop saying nigga to each other all day.
Stop when you get your linebackers a goddamn saying stop saying the N-word. Right. And then he go cuss their ass out. It comes from a better place.
The N-word, just the N-word. Tell them to stop using the N-word.
And then stop and say, look, niggas, y'all stop saying niggas on the field. The fuck is wrong with you?
With emphasis.
But
now they know they can't say it.
We talked about the NBA and the job that they have done. We with the bubble and how they test and stuff like that. And we already said it will be much tougher for football. Now we starting to see a lot of people speaking out and a lot of things happening. Odell Beckham Jr. basically came out and said, we're not ready for this football season. So why are we trying to push forward? It's obvious that this is for money. And that bothers me because there's always been I hate saying it like this, but the owner's attitude is, oh, we own you guys. And just kind of unfairness going on that they don't see us as humans. He's not expected to opt out.
Right. Though. That's why I don't like that. So I just wanted y'all thought. We're seeing the MAC just canceled their football season and said that they're through. The Power 5 ADs are coming out basically saying they don't see how it's going to work this year. But then when you see somebody in the National Football League like Odell Beckham Jr. come out and say this,
What are your thoughts on what it is that he's saying in the NFL's attitude towards this? And then do you think it's crazy that he's saying this but still opting to play? Does that
yes. Shit. Odell Beckham wasn't ready for last season. So
dummy. So forget
the fuck is he talking about? So this is just gonna be the second year he ain't ready. But kind of like what we said earlier, if that's how you feed your family, you need to go. I wouldn't go back. I'd get me an apartment somewhere. I wouldn't go back to my family during the season. But if that's how I feed my family, and a lot of them players are, we really only have our immediate family to take care of. A lot of them players are taking care of a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So I would go play and have no problem with it. I just wouldn't go home.
And even bigger than that, even with the organizations, they have tons of money, but man, we saw that Deltas, the big plane companies, and went through 1 month of quarantine and they couldn't function fully. You know what I'm saying? So it's also the same for these NFL teams. This is how they make their money as well. Not only the players, but the organization. This is how they make their money. Now, they're going to still survive and they're still going to be billionaires, but they're going to take a loss. So if, once again, like we talked about earlier, if this is how you make your money, go ahead and make your money. And I don't like you saying that, Odell, if you don't opt out, because you have that option. You have the option to opt out. I think you're fine. I don't think you're married. I don't think you have any kids. I don't know all of your responsibilities, but I do think that if you opted out and decided not to play, you would be okay. Not saying that all of these other players would, but I just feel like I would have accepted that response more from a person who's opting out.
Yeah. I saw somebody say, it was saying like a man, who I don't know who posted this shit, but it said a man will work himself to death to provide for his family or his people. So maybe that's how he feels. Like you said, he might have family members and stuff who he taking care of, and he need that money and that game check to be able to provide for him. And he feel like, even if I got it, I'll be okay. It's a lot of attitudes like that around here. Like, I think it's wrong what they're doing. I'm voicing my concern for it, but if they're playing, I got to go play. Mm-hmm. So it's just a fucked up situation. And like we said, as much as I love football, it's impossible. It's NFL got a 54-man roster. It is impossible to take 54 people times 31 teams. 32 teams, 31
resources.
And try to be able to put them in a bubble, that's the advantage that the NBA has. It's not as many of them. It's not as many coaches.
It's only 300. It's only 300 and some total people in the bubble right now.
Yep, you got more trainers.
Preseason with the NFL, the roster might be 100.
They cut it down.
Yep, it'd be
because 80, they cut it down.
I think it's 81 in it.
Still a lot, yeah. Still a lot.
And then they got to cut it down to 54-man roster. So it's just tough, man. I don't think that we're going to get a football season. I hate it pains me to say it, but we just too hard. Like, even if you want
what they're doing in the spring.
The NFL with the money that they have could possibly do it. There's no way college players, high school players, middle school, park league should be playing at all. Because they have to go home.
Right. Yeah.
College players are going to be around each other. You're going to want to see your girlfriend, however many they are. You're going to want to kick it with your fellas, drink with them, play PlayStation.
Hopefully they got that WAP. Not that
Hopefully they got that WAP. Oh, I'm going to blame Corona. Nah, babe, Corona. But you can't put them in a bubble. Yeah. You let an NBA player to go to a funeral, that nigga at Magic City eating chicken wings. Imagine what a college player gonna do.
Question about that: Do y'all think that NBA players gonna prefer being in the bubble? Think about it; they're away from everything.
Yeah, but they can't bring anything.
Yeah, I don't think nobody prefer it. They just dealing with it.
Right.
I mean, they'll be cool with it for the first month or two. As long as I got internet, I'll be
chilling. Goddamn, you got no headache.
But after a while, you're going to be like, God damn it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
How many times I'm going to watch Cherokee?
Yeah, about so many months, them boys going to be like, no, but I got to get out of here. For real.
You know how niggas, they're going to be sneaking out the bubble and shit, trying to sneak out or sneak in.
We got to get out the back door. Leave that back door open for me.
It's a little gate over there.
You.
I'll break y'all, John. The security guard. I'll break you.
Already broke off John. Hey. So, you were talking about high school players. It's a USC quarterback commit, and I wanted to get y'all opinions on this. Jake Garcia. He decided to forego his senior in California because California moved their football season to start in January, I think.
He could probably be in college by then.
Right. And so he because he's a top pick, top recruit, already committed to USC. So he decided to transfer to Valdosta, Georgia, where Rush Probst is. And he's coming to Georgia because as of right now, they're slated to start their season on time and get things started. And I just wanted y'all opinion on what's y'all thoughts on kids trying to do that to play their senior season.
I think that's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, he's already
committed.
Right.
He's already going.
They already know what you're going.
Work out, and you're still going to USC unless he's trying to get a decommit and go somewhere bigger. But
because a verbal commitment is not on paper, so you can.
And USC ain't the top tier anymore. So if he's going to show what he can do, the top of the top, I know it's still USC, but it's not Clemson, Alabama like that. But Ohio State. But if he's going to USC, that shit's stupid.
I think as a kid being a kid, kids, they just want to get out there and play. Now I do think the parents should have probably been a little bit smarter than that. But ultimately, if that kid wanted to leave there and go, because losing a whole year of football, that's a lot. And I get what you're saying. You can go in, you can train, you can practice, but losing the actual year of football is tough.
Yeah,
and that could possibly set him back.
He said his words. I'm really excited about the decision. For me, it's big to play as a senior. I need those games and reps. It's going to be a big year for me mentally and physically as I'm preparing to transition into college.
Because Ty, you being a coach, I'm pretty sure you've seen drastic changes from a junior to a senior.
Man, it'd be from fucking summer months, nigga. You go to AAU and then you come in the season. Them niggas be totally different. Right.
So it matters. So I get it if he just wants to get better, but for safety precautions, me personally, I don't want my daughter to play volleyball. So you already know where I stand.
Yeah.
But this year, isn't everybody gonna be on the same level since nobody's doing AAU, nobody's doing summer practices?
They do AAU.
Been seeing AAU?
Yeah, boy.
They are.
I put that picture from the folks. They was with Michael Williams. They still rocking.
These Southern schools still
going right now.
Southern ain't bull. The South ain't bullshit. We ain't
that AAU
don't
team was
care about this shit, Joe.
Nigga, we done dealt with slavery longer than everybody else. We ain't worried about nothing else. Shit.
That was a great joke. They gonna cancel your ass for it. But shit, that was a great joke.
No, it ain't cancelable. We did. The South has dealt with tough times longer than anybody else. That's all it means. If you take it for anything other than that, you stupid.
I don't think you had to say it.
I mean, I ain't crazy. It was outrageous. It wasn't.
Oh shit! And I said it was outrageous. Shit.
Who'd have said it?
Who did said it?
We did a story earlier. We actually, I think, had these guys as Dummy of the Week. What was it? What was the other dude's name? Will Dunbar or Quentin Dunbar and DeAndre Baker. They basically dropped the charges against Quentin Dunbar, but they are prosecuting DeAndre Baker.
About 4 charges.
Yeah, so I just saw that. I don't know what they found, but my man I'm sure he excited to get from up under that. But the other nigga, they still charging. So we gonna take back one out of Dummy of the Week, but the other dummy nigga is still you.
I think I want to say at the time we said it was pending more things are going to come out, and hopefully they wasn't that stupid. But at the time they had earned it, so they had got it.
Yeah.
But the one nigga who got it and kept it, sheesh, what you was thinking about, son? He ain't in sometimes you just can't get away from that mentality, man. Nigga that's the life they was living, and you see it, you witness it. Like we've said plenty of times, we done had kids that if they'd just at UAB, if they'd have just stuck with it, they'd have been real good. But they went the other direction and went that way fast, and that's just what they was used to.
It'd be hard to break habits. You'd be seeing the talent in them. Like I know it was 2, and probably both play receiver. That if they would have probably 3, I can name probably 3 niggas if they would have did right at UAB playing receiver, probably could have made it to the NFL.
But that's everywhere, man. That's everywhere you go.
Of course.
High school, college, wherever you go, it'd be a lot of niggas who got the talent, but just ain't got that mental.
It was always a nigga in high school, either in basketball or football, that wasn't on the team, but everybody knew was the best
who everybody on the team.
And then like to who the point too, when you get to college, it'd be the same way. Because like I keep bringing this up because I was so far behind, so I've been actively trying to catch up, but I be watching Last Chance U and I be wanting to slap the shit out them niggas, man. They be so talented and so good and they be so babyish and So it just be the stupidest shit. Nigga won't go to class because their phone won't cut on them. Nigga throwing fits and tantrums because we all have seen that kid before. You know what I'm saying? They have all the talent in the world, but no matter what, you can't get through to him to just like, hey, bro, just shut up sometimes.
And that be the hardest part because you want to say like, nigga, we going through the same tough. Nigga, we roommates. We on the same scholarship. I get that we may have a little bit of a different background, but we both got fucked up backgrounds. How can I sit here and go to the same class you supposed to go to, but you won't? Because niggas phone ain't on or some shit. Or
niggas prepared.
You had to do some. You had to do some up downs. Come on, man.
Some kids just not as prepared as
man. I was big on, I always thought it was the way you was raised because I could say, who I seen your mom and know that you do have a good, strong parents, as all of y'all do. But I was talking to somebody and they were saying how their sister raised in the same home and everything, and then she completely fucked up. Different. Yeah. But I was like, so do both of y'all play sports? Because they say people that play sports do better. Mm-hmm. She's like, yeah, we both play sports, both. Sometimes went out to school, everything. One is a fuck up and one is succeeding. Mm-hmm. And you just be like wondering, like, and what makes that happen?
And to be fair, like sometimes it's just that's who it is. Because like, nigga, I don't think my mom has ever really, like I say have a lot of stories about it, but I don't think she's ever really whipped me or fussed at me. She might have slapped me in the back of the head, but she never was really strict. Nigga was just out late at night. If I wanted to be out late at night in 7th, 8th, 9th grade out here selling drugs, she wouldn't have known because she was more than likely at work. It's just sometimes that kid chooses not to do those things. Yeah. Like I chose to play sports rather than being a con.
It's a personality thing too. So because like we've talked about on this platform a bunch of times, like shit, we know killers who was raised in the church. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's not the parents' fault.
Like, nigga, you were just singing Silent Night with me for Christmas.
Nigga, now you put this nigga to sleep.
Silent Night. You the silenced nigga.
Night, nigga. He gonna silence your ass and then pray right behind it. I mean, it's just niggas like that. I got a cousin, man, used to be robbing and doing every goddamn thing, but that nigga know the Bible backwards and forward. Got the best manners on earth. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. Always clean up behind, go in the house.
Should we start labeling them as like sociopaths? Because a nigga can be like the most grimiest nigga in the streets, like nigga you know not to fuck with. But if he cool with you, he the funniest nigga, most engaging nigga, around. Mm. But this nigga a stone cold killer.
That's why that is. That's why J. Cole so live. That song that he painted. That born music that you don't like.
Look on that nigga face. That nigga like, what the fuck you talking about?
That's why I did it on purpose.
What this song is you?
Hey, that's a live ass song. Grew up with killers. I ain't know they was killers. We was just together.
Man, we was just having a great ass conversation.
Hey, how many killers y'all grew up? You like, yeah, this nigga gonna be a killer. I got a couple of homeboys. Y'all like, yeah, this nigga gonna be a killer.
One student, and I just seen him in the paper recently. He back locked up, but he was coming out of jail from shooting somebody, and he was waiting to go to court. So him being in school kind of helped. You know what I'm saying? His case that was pending. Mm-hmm. Boy, I knew he was not to be played with when they let him through the doors. So, like I knew it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've come across many killers working in an alternative school, and I have seen them on TV going to jail.
Mr. Todd. Yes, sir.
All right. But see, that's the craziest part.
What you got for God?
They be respectful.
Never gave Todd a problem.
Man, that's the they never gave me not one issue, fool.
Yeah, I was being funny with it, but most of the time they do. It just sometimes, I mean, just from people I knew personally, like sometimes it's just that they don't have that authoritative figure, that person that they look up to or rock with. Because when they do, they gonna look at them and be like, yeah, okay, you right. Man, I'm trying, man. You need to chill out. You know what I'm saying? They listen, and then the next day you shot 35 people.
Right. What you saying? Who a nigga take an old lady groceries in and then shoot a nigga,
and then shoot a nigga across the street? Get out of here! God damn, cuz that's fucked up.
But it's just that they would talk to you and you could talk to them and they be good in the moment, but when you can't be around that nigga 24 hours.
This is true.
So when the opportunity for him to fuck up comes, he gonna take it.
He gonna fuck up, right?
Did y'all see AI? He said that Bron is the GOAT. He said
he fucked up.
Yeah, that nigga got problems too.
He said as much as he loved Mike, he said Bron is the man. What's your thoughts?
Bron is the man right now.
But he said the GOAT, man, the man, the one,
the best. Nah.
You know what he's saying? He said he's the one.
He said the king. He said he's the king.
No, man.
He said he's the king.
No, Bron is the man. Bron is the greatest human being that has played basketball.
King of a person.
Yes, he's the king of a person. He's on that court.
King.
No,
so he's that kind of king. Like
that nigga
love king
on the court.
But Jordan, the king of hoopers.
But it's kind of hard.
Game 6.
It's kind of hard to listen to AI because in 2018, you remember he went out there and said, "Man, I love Bron. Bron is the man. Great family man. Great husband. Great all of that stuff all around." But we talking about Mike, nigga. Like nigga, Mike is that deal.
And that's why I posed that question. I put it on Facebook. Is AI, is some truth to this, or is AI just drunk again? Nigga been drunk the last 6 years.
Yeah, he got to be drunk. Especially after watching the, what it was, the Dynasty?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, man. You know how boring the documentary on LeBron would be if you just talking about basketball? I don't want to see that shit. Loss. Shut the fuck up. Whining. Change scene.
I think Bron will have a good story though. I think he's gonna have a good story.
When Bron be whining after them losses, don't it?
Yeah, he
every time.
He gonna cry about it.
Every time after them losses, he go to crying on.
I would love to hear
I see what
behind the scenes.
What you talking about?
No. Yeah, you would love to see who the behind the scenes on LeBron.
Stupid.
Hey, remind me of somebody else whining after they lost it.
I love to see a behind the scenes like that. The actual in the in the locker room after a loss, fussing at J.R. Smith or some shit like that. Like I would
love to see what the fuck he said.
He may get the fussing and fighting. I would love to see one of them because he already animated.
Yeah.
J.R. Smith might hand it to LeBron though.
I don't think nobody fuck with J.R. Smith. That nigga
LeBron just don't seem like he can fight. And Mike, and we've seen Mike beat up a couple of people. The way he pushed Reggie Miller whole face down,
Who beat up Mike? Did somebody give Mike a couple hands? Nobody get on
Not on tape. That nigga
beat him up on the court, but
that nigga beat up Reggie Miller. Who? He beat up Mark Price.
Steve
Kerr. Did he get at Starks one time?
I think it's Starks. I want to say it was Starks who got at him. I think.
No, you're thinking about what Chris Childs did to Kobe.
That was Kobe. Nah, I ain't thinking about that one.
2-piece and a biscuit.
Yeah, he gave me 2-piece.
Nah, LeBron just gonna grab you though. He look like a grabbing ass nigga. He bigger than you, so he just been grabbing all the time.
He looked like Primo. He just gonna take his shirt off at the end.
I don't think
just be flexing.
Yeah, I don't really see him fighting unless he's actually being attacked. I don't really see that nigga fighting. Like Kevin Garnett used to just bark all the time, no hands being shown. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think Kevin
niggas know just not to fuck with on the court. You know what I'm saying?
So, is Charles Barkley tougher than Shaq? Because Charles Barkley ain't show no fear. And you talking about against a 7'2", 330 nigga.
I think so. I think so. Like,
he scooped him 7'2", 330 nigga.
At his head. He scooped him. I think so. I would say so. Because, Shaq the big playful kid. He big fun having.
Get your stupid ass on.
Right. And, Charles more rowdy. So, yeah, Charles look angry.
Man, that man threw the ball at that boy.
I was just finna say that.
He threw the ball, Shaq swung, and Charles scoped that nigga, boy.
I was just finna say that, dude. Charles from Alabama, man. We
from Leeds, goddamn. He don't know nothing but to be angry.
That's terrible.
Ain't nothing but anger in Leeds, goddamn.
How he talk to her?
That's terrible. That's terrible.
That's why he don't give a fuck what he say. Like, I'll fight Shaq. You think I care about your opinion?
All right, now I know it's early in the season, but no bias, non-bias, Ty.
Who gonna win the Heisman? Here go Hooter.
Now, who looking like your favorite? NBA, nigga. NBA, folk boy. NBA. Who looking like the favorites?
Gonna be a season, goddamn. Who gonna win the Heisman?
Who looking like the favorites in the NBA right now, man? Who looking good? The Lakers and the Clippers don't look like they've been playing up the par just yet, but of course they look like the favorites as far as on paper. Mm-hmm. But playing wise, it looks like a Milwaukee to me.
Milwaukee definitely deep. They deep. You know what I'm saying?
They was third, no matter what.
Right.
Before all this.
But if the play, I don't know how the playoff format is. So if it's the exact same as it would be in the regular season, it's gonna be hard to beat them Lakers or the Clippers in the 7-game series. But in the East, man, them boys hooping. Toronto, Philly,
Toronto balling.
Philly lost Ben Simmons though. Philly lost Ben Simmons.
He got hurt?
Yeah. You gotta have knee surgery.
Indiana, them niggas hooping there.
Tell us something like that.
Hey, bro, because like I said, when we was busy doing stuff, I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of regular games in the NBA. Mm-hmm. Really just caught the playoffs for real. But that boy, for Dallas, you just put him. Boy,
Luka.
That nigga different.
Man.
Luka been going nuts.
Luka dropped what, 28, 9, and 9 last night?
30. Man, let me see that.
That's his
average in the season.
For the season.
Last night he had like 39,
15, 18,
19, and
when they was bad, I think I just seen that nigga score 40 in some.
Man, that nigga been
he moved
all year,
he moved so under control, like he just.
Slow motion. His speed change is so crazy, bro.
Nigga,
like he be moving slow and then he just fly by your head.
That nigga just
a new age white boy Paul Pierce.
Nah, he ain't Paul Pierce.
White Paul Pierce.
He might be better.
He's slow as shit, but somehow he get by a nigga. How you be that slow and get by somebody?
Yeah, man, but Luka, man, but for him not to be in the MVP conversation, bro.
Do you think it's because? But do you think it's because of the wins? The other three up there is in the winning categories.
Dallas, like the 7th seed in the West.
Oh yeah, Todd. Because
1, 2, 3.
What's my man that came from the Timberwolves to Kevin, the white guy that played with Cleveland?
Kevin Love.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Love. He put up similar numbers like that. Was nowhere near the MVP conversation because their team was losing. You can't be an MVP with a losing team.
But he's not losing. But he's just not winning like they are. I'll say.
Yeah.
You got
to be on the top team to be the MVP. Sorry.
I throw him in the category. He probably gonna get some kind of award, but as far as
because it doesn't matter. You getting empty. You getting like.
Well, if that's the argument, Giannis win because they got the best record.
No, I ain't saying you got to be the best.
Giannis probably should be the MVP,
but you got to be up there.
I always look at it with your team, how much your team will lose if you're not on the team. If Giannis is not on Milwaukee, they might not even be a contender. The Lakers with AD is still a playoff team.
Well, Houston is the pits without Harden.
They still they're a playoff team this year.
They're the worst out of all of those teams you just mentioned.
Yeah,
they are. I'm not. I don't
think they'll be hard to beat in the playoffs.
They the worst with Harden of all those teams.
I think they're good. I'm just saying. I think without Harden, they'll be the worst out of all of the other ones.
They ain't even in playoff contention.
Oh, you talking about without Harden?
Yeah, without their stars, the rest of them are fare better than Houston. I think because Russell is Russell, but him by himself is just not a good recipe.
No.
Yeah. I got to find out that playoff how that shit working in that bubble because I don't think they're gonna do them 7 games
weird.
and shit.
It's 20.
They might have a play-in game.
I don't know how they
got a play-in game, but I'm saying like if they gonna do all 7, like the best of 7, you know what I'm saying?
I think so. I don't think that part changed.
I thought something about that playoff that the play-in game, but then Ryan told me that they ended up didn't do that for.
Yeah, it's only if you have to if you come into the game in the spot.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Ryan said other than that, because I was asking him about that. We was arguing, and he said, "Nah, it's the exact same format that it normally is." I think,
but it's 22 teams, so that's 11 teams on each side.
Well, no, it's 20. Different. No, there's 22 playing for the 8 and 8, the 8 spots.
Yeah. They all just playing for the regular
slow. So
and it's gonna be regular. So,
okay,
we're gonna see. It's gonna be interesting. Shit, it's the only sport we're gonna have to really, really enjoy because that might be the only sports we get to springtime. So
this shit like I'm gonna have to start watching baseball. Fuck.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no baseball. Shit.
Oh yeah, half the team got COVID.
Half the league ate off that bitch. Then ate that bitch or something. Shit.
One team ain't played in 2 weeks. God damn.
I got a study for y'all tough guys. Y'all niggas so tough.
It's you, Hootie.
Say it's a tough guy. Yeah.
Right.
Hey man,
ain't doing that shit.
I'm
don't
on
tell
Oprah
nobody
fact.
good morning.
And it's something about being sensitive too. Okay, women cry between 30 and 64 times a year on average, according to a study. Men cry between 6 and 17 times a year. Y'all think y'all cry 6 to 17 times a year?
This year alone? I shed many tears.
On average.
We done lost a lot of people this year.
Pre-2020. Because honestly, fool, for 2020, I've been crying for anything.
I'm telling you, man.
Tears start coming down because they nigga be in this bitch crying and shit.
Like, damn, I gotta spend the whole weekend here.
Fuck am I crying that love and hip hop for? Nigga cry about anything. Goddamn.
First 48 almost got me the other night.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a new one? Was it in Mobile or?
Yeah, the one with with a girl almost threw her whole life away.
Damn.
And the mama was in there crying.
So did she? I saw that. So is she in jail? Did they let her go?
No, they dropped the charges.
Okay.
Yeah. But to be honest, pre-2020, I'm crying for deaths, stuff like that for real. Or thinking about somebody. It's something tied to a death. Either a recent death or thinking of somebody I used to love that has died. But besides that, yeah, you might give me 3 or 4 times a year. I might be a seasonal crier.
Yeah,
I had to blink them bitches back a few times.
Yeah, sometimes you blink them bitches back. You start breathing.
Hey, that blink back real. You be like, hello. Hey,
nigga eyelashes
blink
be dry.
them bitches back, guys.
Nigga eyelashes be dry.
Blink back.
Gotta shake that head,
I'm with y'all though. Like death, of course, but other than that, I'm telling you something that be getting me lately. Now I don't know if it's old age or something, but gratitude, man. Sometimes I be like thinking about how good stuff is, or how things are different than they used to be, or something like that. And sometimes to just think about that shit. Sometimes like, damn, I really could have been doing this or that, and then that shit might make me get a little emotional. But then, like Todd said, I hit that blink back, and then I'm just that blink back. Nigga, shake that bitch.
I was telling Hootie, but I ain't talking about you can't talk emotions with Hootie. But I was asking him about his truck.
Fuck that shit, Joe.
Yeah, fuck that shit. But I was asking about his truck and different things, and I kind of got caught up with the kind of car I was looking for, like what I'm able to afford. And like you said, that go back to the gratitude was like, oh shit, nigga, I was looking at $10,000, $5,000, $6,000 cars. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To go to what I can afford now. Like you can kind of get what you want if you want to.
That'll do it. I'm telling you, man, that'd be the number one thing that get me. But you was talking about Hootie, man. You ever tried to call Hootie and just like, you know how sometimes you want to like vent and you got to try to explain.
Keep it simple.
You can't vent with Hootie.
You can't even explain. You can't even explain shit.
You gotta say some shit. Straight question.
I'm gonna make it easy.
I could be like, man, the girl said that. Do you like us then? Well, fuck that shit. Like, come on, man, it's no complicated.
Don't make it simple for you, man.
Let me tell you the other shit. Yeah, but do you care? Well, fuck that shit. Then leave, nigga. Fuck that shit.
I be trying to make my life simple, man. Like
I be like,
ain't fuck that shit. What's crazy? What's crazy? I always simplify everything. Like I like to get to the simplest form, but in getting to the simplest form, you still got to tell the story. You be like, man, hey, you like it? Fuck that shit.
Well, I be knowing that you've already played all of those scenarios out through your head, so I'm gonna give you the end factor. But
Hootie, the only thing about you sometimes is only to vent. Like we'll be in a group chat venting, and you'll be like,
no, don't hit me with the DJ.
Duh.
Hit me with the DJ. Don't hit me with the DJ. That's the DJ. That ain't me. Because I be in that.
Nah, DJ be different.
Why y'all niggas even get married?
Shut up, DJ. Shit, let us complain to each other.
Nigga ain't had a girlfriend in 4 years. Shut the fuck up, DJ.
Yeah. Nah, man, but I just be like, I try to simplify things as much as possible, man. I feel like not only if you come to me, simplify. If I come to you, it's gonna be I want a simple answer as well. You know what I'm saying? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying? Do you think I was stupid for doing this? Yes or no?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get what you're saying because that's the way I solve shit. Just simplify. Like, what's the simplest form? Breaking it down. But Like Can't Get Right just told you, nigga. Let me vent, nigga. Sometimes when I want to vent, I want to say the complicated shit. Fuck, boy.
Yes. Right, nigga. Start the conversation out by saying, "Hey, fool, am I tripping?" And then want to like, yeah. You
most times the answer, yeah.
Let me who else?
But who did especially because we are married. Like, just give another story of the same example. So, like, if a nigga call you and be like, "Man, the girl just did XYZ,"
leave him.
All the nigga really wants you to do is be like, "Yeah, I remember when the girl did XYZ."
I
He never gonna say leave.
I'm being funny. I'm just saying how you can't even explain the goddamn story. Be like, shit, you don't like it? Leave.
Nah, that's the DJ. That's the DJ. Most times,
why you still married?
Well, I start telling y'all that he don't tell y'all the truth. Most times he'll call me and say, "Okay, something wrong. This is here." Okay, so what did you do? And then once he tell me what it, I'm like, "Yeah, it's your fault." I'm just gonna hear that.
Who did I already know it's my fault,
and that's what I'm here for. I'm gonna let you know it's your fault.
There's never been a time that me and Stock had that same conversation. It's gonna go 10 times. If we having that conversation, shit might go on longer. Fool. I guarantee you, if he can you with the issue, that shit lasts all of 5 or 10 minutes. If that
5, get who on the line for 5 minutes.
I don't think I ever been on the phone with Hooter longer than 8 minutes.
The 6-minute counselor.
For no situation.
For no situation.
I'm about to put out these 6-minute counseling sessions.
That nigga gonna give your ass 100 seconds.
You'll look up and be on the phone like, hey man, get out my phone.
Got your answer. What else you want? Then you want something else?
I want to talk to you.
We start talking about other shit.
I might miss you. How you know?
I gave you your answer, man.
That's crazy.
Man, speaking of gratitude, I had told somebody to pull up to get a plate.
Hey.
And they ain't say shit about it, bruh.
Was it good?
My bad. You talking about on the pod, my bad. I did say thank you when I pulled off with the plate. But yeah, my boy called me yesterday, man. He was over to the in-laws and you know what I'm saying? He had fried little fish, little shrimp, you know what I'm saying? And it was actually good.
It was actually done? Was it actually
done? Good. It was good. It was good. It was good. My boy had the right amount of seasoning on them things and everything. And I'm a shrimp guy, so you know what I'm saying?
Man, I ain't know that. I gave you a couple more. I had some. Man, talking about just having something to watch on TV. Who to put me on something dope to watch this week? We're gonna try to do this weekly, just shit to watch on TV. Who knew what that was? It's not America's Most Wanted.
World's Most Wanted.
World's Most Wanted, yeah.
I think it's World's Most Wanted.
It's about 5-6 shows. The first one was with the Mexican guy that was partners with El Chapo. Yeah, El Mayo. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, he's still out here slaying them things at 70.
How long is it?
It's about an hour long. It's about 5 episodes, 5-6 episodes.
And that's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right now,
I meant to get to it, but I ain't get to it. I'm gonna watch it today.
It's dope. I'm just on 2, and they're talking about Rwanda and genocide, and the top guy who kind of started all of that shit. That shit wild, man.
So it's like a series on multiple
people. Each one is different. Mm-hmm. Like the one I had to turn it off, but the one Huda was talking about, they saying this nigga might be responsible for 1 million murders, fool.
Yeah, the
Tutsi and Hutu.
Yeah, man.
He was in the way they killed
Rwanda genocide was crazy.
He was supplying machetes.
They said he sent over 100,000 machetes.
Like shit. At the time I had stopped, I probably was like 20 minutes in. It was like 800,000 people already killed. I'm like shit.
That shit.
And trying to flee and go to Switzerland and shit.
And then all of them are like international, so it's a lot of subtitles. So I turned to one that was like in the UK because I was, watching it with the girl, and called The White Widow. This chick done talked like 2-3 niggas into being suicide bombers that she was married to. And I'm just sitting there. I was like, because she was responsible for that London subway bombing and some shit in Kenya. But I was just looking like, how the fuck that conversation start?
She got that WAP.
With top of the line WAP?
Gotta have that
WAP. Got that WAP. WAP.
Well, hey, you gonna blow up the city tomorrow. And then they were like, okay.
That's that 1% WAP right there.
And that's what I'm on right now too. But I just finished a couple things. Sam J, 3 a.m. is a stand-up. She's a stand-up comedian. And she's pretty funny. It's a chick. She's from Boston. But I think the reason she's funny, she really a dude though. She the dude version of the girl. So That's something. That's something y'all should definitely check. And she embraces though. That she really embraces it, fool. She embraces that shit to the fullest, and that's why I'm only saying it like that because she embraces what she is, and she talks about that shit constantly and makes it funny. So that's definitely something dope.
Comedy special.
What's that on?
Netflix. Sam J. 3 a.m.
I'm gonna go check it out. Like, did you ever go back and watch them shits that me and can't get?
I've been watching the Hershey and McDonald's and shit. Man, I ain't know McDonald's sold they shit for $2.7 million.
Boy, that shit crazy.
McDonald's $2.7 million, bro. I would be mad at everything.
But like that shit highlighted, nigga. They didn't see the vision that he had for it, you know. So
and like they said, McDonald's is a real estate company. Like they own the property that you put that shit on.
They say the Crockett nigga. They say during his speeches, the first thing they asked him was like, "What do you think that I said?" And people are like, "Oh, hamburgers, French fries." He's like, "Nah, I said real estate."
Yeah.
And KFC ain't have not one store. He just was selling.
Man, that was
shot a nigga.
Right.
Yeah, but to y'all point on
the recipe in the face,
I definitely want to check out the world's most wanted, whatever it is. Yeah,
that's must see TV there.
I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna start that tonight. And what was the other one you said? Who?
If you like Sam J, that's the
Sam J.
But also, man, if you need a series to watch, it's like 3 seasons. It's pretty good, man. If you like fighting, liquor, and women and shit like that, them niggas on hard drugs like coke and shit. I like shit like that, so it's pretty good. But it also motivated me to start working back up real hard too, because they fight us. So
hang on, what's the name? Wait, but you never said the name of the series.
Kingdom.
That nigga just said, man, you like, I'm like, hold up, damn, Sam J doing all that?
Kingdom, my bad, cuz it's called Kingdom. And if you watch Billions, it's from the guy, you know, the painter on Billions?
Yeah.
Him. He's the main guy. It's his gym. So I ain't know.
What platform is it on?
Netflix.
Okay. So you terrible they got there.
I forgot, fool. Because I thought I had said Kingdom earlier, and then I had double back.
You did
it's
when we was talking.
Right. So it still was it was all tied together. My bad.
See if you like
that nigga said if you like women, drugs, and shooting.
That's a hell of a comedy special.
I was like, I like those things.
But it's called Kingdom. That shit's super dope. It's super dope.
Yeah, definitely dope suggestion. I'm gonna check them out. I try to, when y'all say shit, I try to keep up. To make sure I can come in and goddamn relate to it. And then I like I said, it's a lot of people, man, who give feedback that say like, man, y'all was talking about such and such. I went and checked it out. And that was dope. You know what I'm saying? So like
did y'all ever fuck with Dave? It's on
I tried to start watching it, but it just was I could never fully get into it.
I thought you would like
tried it.
I
think I will if I give it an actual give it because normally I'll put some shit on to fall asleep to. And it's been what I put on to fall asleep to. So I normally
it's what I would call a slow burn. So you know you gotta once you get past first episode or two, then you get invested in it, and then you were like, "Damn, when's season 2 coming out?"
I didn't even know Bill Maher was back till last night.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, it's back." I went to go watch it for Friday, and I was like, "Hold up, wait, when did it come back?" That shit came back last week, so I had to go back and watch last week first, and I fell asleep on this week, so I'm on.
Has it been losing its luster to you? Not because he's Bill, man. He's losing. It's just the whole atmosphere.
Yeah, like
I don't like how he do all one-on-one interviews. I like the banter between everybody.
That was what made Bill Maher shit live was when you have it. But I get why you don't have an opposite person on there, because like if you arguing on this Zoom shit, it's already a delay. It's already so like it's gonna be too much. So I think that's why he do one at a time and one. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like man, they craft enough to bring somebody in who got a alternative opinion. But I'm with y'all, man. It's just not. It's not him. It's not his show.
Yeah, it's not what he started to love it for.
Yeah.
My favorite part about his show, I always pour me up a drink and for his monologue. His monologue be real
as good.
It would be real short, and it's not as he got so many jokes to, hit on. It just don't be that. It's not as long. I think
it's affecting him too because he knows what his show is and the reason why he chose to do that show that way, and he's not able to do it that way anymore. So it's affecting.
Yeah, I get it. Moving on into the dummy of the week.
Dummy.
Dummy.
That's
a dumbass. You always say dumb shit.
The Murphy boys unite.
What? I joined in. I ain't go to Murphy.
Oh, my bad.
DSS.
Hasbro, bring your dumb ass to the principal's office. Hasbro,
ass motherfuckers.
God
They
damn.
changed their name to the Weinstein Toy Factory.
Hasbro, they have pulled their most popular. Hasbro pulled their most popular toy, the troll dolls, from the shelves, following backlash from inappropriately placed button. They basically took one of their troll dolls and thought it was a good idea to put the doll button between the legs of the troll doll. I don't know if y'all seen it. If not, look it up. There's a video on it where a woman is expressing her distaste and disdain for this particular button. Not only that, once you push the button, it makes some weird, unique noises.
Creepy.
This is a kid's toy that was on a troll doll that's for kids, man. It makes like a little giggling sound, a little ooh and ahhing sound with the button that's placed directly between the doll's legs. And so we can't really figure out what the fuck Hasbro will be thinking to decide to put that button there. The doll has a back. It has the back of a head. It has an arm. It has a hand,
a finger.
Foot, all of this shit, but they decided to put that shit in the middle of the doll.
Make that shit Bluetooth. Use your phone. Shit.
Say hey Siri.
Hey, right. Hey
Hasbro though.
Hey trolls.
Right. Like I don't I cannot understand for the life of me who these people are that think that this shit is a good idea. It just don't make sense. Unless sometimes you believe in
good attention, bad attention, whatever attention is attention.
Well, like maybe it
bad
is
bad press. All press is good press.
Give me some press. Right.
I be wondering, like, it's these powerful people maybe who do control this shit.
And maybe okay.
By the time you get ready to pull it, they already got this doll for they sick fucking fetishes or some shit. Like it got to be something because this doll shit.
This is a collector's item.
Made. Like how is this doll even made? You know what I mean?
Bruh, if we went and looked,
a baby doll with a private part that makes noises.
That doll probably doing numbers on like eBay and Amazon and shit. Cause there's a lot of sick fucks out there.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
If you gotta touch a doll's bottom to make it make a noise that's questionable, that's intentional. There ain't nothing about that. Like no.
A child
somebody Hasbro got sick.
And I'm pretty sure all the other 4 and 5 year olds who like the trolls too, you sick fucks. It was a bad idea. It was a stupid ass idea. Whoever came up with it, you need to go to jail, hell, or somewhere else, or you need to go and gin pop.
Hell, or somewhere else.
I'm talking about that. This shit was disgusting and distasteful, dog. You don't put that shit on no doll, man, that kids play with. Like, you ain't gonna have no adult. If you gonna do it like that, put the shit in the adult toy store or some shit. You you sick fuck. I'm done. Go ahead.
Got a point. Put it in the store, nasty bastard.
And for that, Hasbro, you are the dummy of the week.
Nasty fucker of the week.
Sick dumb fucker.
Sick fucking dummies, boy. It's some sick, like Kangaroo Rice said, it's some sick motherfuckers out there, boy. I tell you.
Non-stop.
Any other
sorry for my dog.
We got a
you
big,
have to say sorry every week.
We got a big battle coming up.
That's Southern hospitality. I'm gonna apologize, my nigga.
We got a big battle coming up.
Also not a killer though, Hootie.
You're gonna also say fuck that shit in a few minutes. We almost done.
Fuck what Can't Get Right talking about. Go ahead.
See, I told
See?
We got
That's why I be so depressed.
Between Cash Money, man. Who representing Cash Money Records? Todd gonna be representing No Limit. We doing it for our battles on Zoom, man. They've been growing. We want y'all to come out, man. Have a good time, man. We're gonna play music. It's 15 songs this week. First 15 songs. We hope y'all come out and enjoy, have a good time with us as we're gonna battle out on Zoom to see who got the biggest catalog. Is it gonna be Cash Money Records with Hootie, or is it gonna be No Limit with Todd? Man, come out and have a good time with the Dummies. Get your drink, roll up, and we're gonna do it.
Shoot up, snort up, whatever you do, whatever your vice is.
BG snorted a whole lot, boy.
All the above.
I did nothing for the last 2 weeks, but listen to nothing but Cash Money. And BG did a lot of snorting, fool.
Yes, he did.
And it's in the music.
All about his snorting.
My money go to my nose.
He ain't had no goddamn shame in his game. But to be fair, I do think that I honestly think that Cash Money has the far superior catalog, but I am nervous. I ain't even. It's like a football game, man. You get into a game, you be nervous, and for me, it's just that I don't know if it's nervous or those butterflies or that anxiousness. But
this definitely a championship game. Like both deserve to be there. This ain't gonna be even if it is a blowout. Say it's a blowout. It'll be a tough one.
It's definitely not going to be a blowout.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout. It just can't be, man, because it just. I think that and I'll honestly say that sitting here being a judge, I do think that sometimes the crowd can't get to you. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes the crowd can't get to you. Like you'll be leaning that way anyway, but then sometimes something has to be the determining factor, and sometimes it can't be the crowd. Sometimes it could be the follow up. Sometimes it could be the last sentence you heard.
Fuck that crowd.
Not gonna lie.
And that's what I'm gonna do, Todd, on purpose. I'm gonna give you my game plan. I'm putting me a list together and I'm going with it. I'm not reading no comments. I'm not switching based off your flow. I'm not doing none of that. I'm going to 15 and 15.
I learned from my mistake. The first game.
If you don't play, I miss my homies.
I want to hear that. And that's what I told Stock. Stock sent me one song, and I was like,
if you don't play, I miss my homies.
To send me no songs.
I miss my homies is a win.
When I sent you that song, I wasn't sending you.
I know, and I'm not saying you were, but I'm just saying that's how much I don't want that to be a part of it. But no matter where it's coming from,
I don't know. I'm a champ.
One thing I should have said in the what to watch. That No Limit doc is
I'm gonna watch that. I need to watch.
It's crazy.
I want to binge that. So I'm gonna wait till
the first one, but I didn't get back to the other ones. I keep.
It's 4 out right now. I don't know if they on demand. You might have to catch them.
Do BET got on demand where you can go back and go find it?
Yeah, they got to be, but they didn't put it on there.
It's an app.
But then shit, I don't.
They got a BET app, but on Fridays they replay it.
Fire Stick.
Oh, they replay all of them on Fridays.
Yeah, that's how I caught up. But it's one more.
I try to catch it on.
I should have recorded it.
I don't want to watch it before the big game. So you know what I'm saying.
No, you need to.
Hey man, but hey, a lot. It's been a lot of No Limit out there. They've been all over the blogs and people on the internet.
Todd, just don't get artistic with this one. Don't get artistic.
Leave that man alone. Let him be what he be.
Oh man, I mean it's just gonna be fun. I can't wait to win.
I feel you.
And I ain't got to remember how to go back and share a screen.
All right.
You
get to sit back and chill this time, man. Drink and
so I got to focus?
Yeah.
I wasn't focused. At all on none of the last.
It's easy to just be like, oh, yeah, I like this song.
I was good. I was good.
It's not. I had to write them all down. I wrote down all of the names of the songs. I wrote down all of the orders. So I still was a little focused.
I was good and tipsy. Both times, especially the last time.
As long as you know how to control yourself.
I mean, when you got a game plan and you know how you want to attack your opponent, man, you just come in and do your thing, man. You don't worry about the crowd. The only time I gave the crowd what they wanted is when you already knew your win was secure. Then you kind of play to your crowd, But other than that, you just come in and do your thing.
Can't get right. Don't hit that shit.
Well, he's not you're not a winner. You never won, so you won't know that feeling. You don't understand it. I get it. So. If you never won a battle, you don't understand it. I'm the only one that's won that. So,
ain't that some shit?
Damn. Do we have anything? Well, we'll see y'all next week.
Anything else we got to add to the? Let me see. Anything else y'all want to add before we get out of there? Anything we miss? Who? Todd? Anybody?
Can't think of that right now.
Anything important? No. The Roc bought the XFL. Cool. Whatever. That
nigga bought that shit for $1,500.
Basically, the stimulus check, a PPP or whatever it is. Who is it? NBA, NFL. I'm sorry, one of those. I'm getting it wrong. They're donating $300 million though to the black community. So I want to make sure I get that right because I think that's dope. Whatever league has 30 teams. Is it the NBA? I think it's the NFL. They have 30. But they're donating.
The NFL got 32.
Yeah, NFL got 32 teams, I think.
I'm saying I think it's the NBA that did that.
But the only thing about
they donate $300 million to the black community to help out. So that's
what is the black community?
I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. Hopefully, they figure like housing development and programs and things of that nature.
Nigga gave that shit to me then.
Right.
I take care of them. Hey, give it to me. I take care of them niggas.
Yeah.
reparations.
I build a gym.
Get reparations.
Man, other than that, man, we hope everybody, man, be safe out there, man. If you're gonna be with us on Wednesday, man, come on, tune in, man. We're gonna have a great time, man. Other than that, we'll be back next week like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. You dig?
See you soon.
Get it, you.
Don't hang up, Tuck.